It is easy to explain the meanings and origins of the names of all the African countries. However, when we expand it to the continental scale, it's much more difficult due to history dating back to the era before handwriting was a thing. How did the continent get coined as Africa? Anyways, here are the names of Africa. Like, subscribe and share please to help us. Thanks and enjoy. Where does the name Africa come from? While there is no concrete origin to the name, there are a few hypotheses about it. Please note that unlike other videos that are more factual, this one is more theoretical, as there is no concrete evidence regarding the information here, and most of it is speculation from historians. The Phoenicians used the word afar, which meant dust, either symbolizing the land or the skin of the people. Also, it is suggested that they also called it faraka, in the sense of colony or separation. There are some who mention that it is derived from Greek by the word afrike, which is the opposite of cold. The Romans once called everything south of Mediterranean Africa, even calling the Tunisian region afri-terra, meaning the land of the Afri. However, since the Berbers have forever resided in the north of Africa, it is suggested that they named the continent Ifri, which means cave. But during the Islamic conquest of North Africa, some think that the Arabs named it Ifriqiya, derived from afara, which meant to be dusty or dried up by the sun, or withered. Another theory, which is more biblical, dates back to the Abrahamic times, stating it was named for Epha, the grandson of Abraham, according to Genesis 25 verse 14, whose descendant had invaded Libya. It is also suggested that Africa comes from Latin Aprica, meaning sunny, or Africus, meaning south wind. There is a theory that Africa was named after a Yemenite chieftain Africus, who invaded North Africa around the 2nd millennium BC. Apparently, upon founding a settlement in his newly conquered land, he named it Afrikia. But there is a theory that the Egyptians were the originators of the name, going back before the Punic Wars, a derivation from Afrika, which means turning to the opening of the Ka, the birthplace. There was a time when Africa was called Libya, the land of the Libu, and Ethiopia, because back then the whole continent was not explored. Somehow, as time moved on, Africa became the continental name and continues to be used today. However, it is wildly speculated that alkebulan is the original name for Africa, according to the oldest Nubian and Kinetic texts. It is the oldest name for Africa in history, and it means the cradle of mankind, or the Garden of Eden. Some have argued that it is Arabic in nature, but the actual translation into Arabic is Bilad al-Sudan. In recent times, many scholars, Afrocentrists and Pan-Africans have been suggesting the name change of the continent. However, it has not gained much traction. Once again, this is all theoretical as history is so wide and vast. Anyways, what do you think of Africa reverting its name back to alkebulan? How would you feel about that? Thanks for watching. Will we see you in the next one?